Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I want to talk about something briefly here, and that's this idea that our training and what we do, no matter what we train for, those of us who weightlift, whether it's me as a powerlifter, someone else who's a bodybuilder, someone else who basically they train for some reason other than to be really truly wealthy and famous. Meaning they're not going to get an NFL contract, they're not going to be a WWE wrestler, they're not going to be a famous movie star, they're not going to win an Olympic medal. And yet they treat their training so seriously. And it can be really bad even in the case of people who are competitive, because I had someone back when I did run the Ice Cream Fitness channel and I did that first Spotting a Fake Natty video. There was a natural bodybuilder who jumped up and said in reply to it, they called me something like a little bitch and said, oh, no one's going to remember you, but we're going to be legends forever. And the thing is, this was a person who didn't have that big of a following. And I sat back and I remember back then thinking, how is that such a big deal? How's he going to be a legend? Almost no one outside of a small niche of people on the internet know what natural bodybuilding is. Same with my sport, with powerlifting. Some people out there might know who some of the best powerlifters in the world are, but does anyone think outside of the powerlifting and strength training world that Dan Green is a legend? Someone who a lot of us look up to because he is an amazing lifter. He is an amazing powerlifter. And I admire him as an athlete tremendously because I know that I will not be at his level. But outside of our little world, he's nobody. And so even those of us who compete, we treat this stuff like it's so serious. As if we're truly doing something amazing or that we're just the pinnacles of discipline. And the reality is a lot of us take it more seriously than it really is. And a lot of people out there take these people, just in our little community, we prop them up and we treat this like the people who are involved in training or lifting are doing something more important than what it is. Yes, it's amazing from a discipline level. It might be amazing to those of us who do it, those of us who love to lift, but in the grand scheme of things, does it really compare with someone who's out there trying to cure cancer? Or someone who's done massive amounts of charity work, or someone who has created a new technological innovation. People who are really and truly positively impacting the lives of millions of people. None of what we do is on that level. Yes, it's something that we do. This is what we do is a luxury. What we do, those of us who compete in any of this, we're lucky. It's a luxury. This is not something that we're doing that's going to, for most of us, it's going to be a truly amazing living we're going to get wealthy on. It's not something we're going to do that's going to change the world or help people. Beyond just a small circle of people that some of us help with outreach or things like YouTube. And in a lot of ways, the amount of ego around it is really unwarranted. What we do, even those who are far better than me and the best of us, doesn't warrant the type of ego that people oftentimes have with it. And it's even worse with people who don't even compete, who you see who they dedicate so much of their lives to it. They're so obsessed with their training to the point to where it negatively affects their lives, negatively affects their family lives, their social lives, and they don't even compete in anything on top of that. And I forgot who said it, but it was someone online who said this a few years back, and they said, look guys, we're lifting weights, we're not curing cancer. Check the ego at the door. And I think that we just need to be reminded of that sometimes, that yes, what we do, we love it, it might inspire some people, but what we are doing in the grand scheme of things is not earth-shattering, it's not world-changing, and it is a luxury that we're lucky to be able to do. That's not something we should really have egos about, even if we become the best in the world or we win medals or we win championships. Guys, we're just lifting weights and training, tracking what we eat. Don't take it so seriously. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh, Mount Biceps.